Cruise. I've been playing SOVL for almost a year now, and today I thought I would show you a list I used to great success, climbing up to 900 elo rank. Now, in case you don't know me, I am a regular in the top 10 list and a regular in the tournament scene as well. So a bit of a list hipster, and I love innovating lists for what is considered the weaker factions, recently making a Abyssal web list, and now taking on the challenge of Darkborn Elves. I experimented with a lot of different lists, but this is what I ended up with. Darkborn Raiders are mobile and good for flanking and a bit of range pressure. Is durable and can deal with your opponent's tanky unit. The Spearmen, because you have to have a battle line unit, and they do a good job screening and fleeing. Crossbowmen for range pressure, and the Chariot for its mobility and even more range pressure. Commander is a Darkborn Priestess with Hex of Ruin, and then this allows for some insane rounds with range shielding, or for the crossbowmen to take on opponents that they have no business taking down. All the Elven factions suffer from having fewer units and models than the other factions. 21 ranged attacks in Hex is one roll to even the playing field before combat starts. So the Elven factions are their mobility, their discipline, and their higher skill. And this list takes advantage of all of those, allowing you to get away with fleas, rallying properly, and cheating whatever is left stuck in the open round. Let's jump into a game and have a look at what the list plays like. Now, I've chosen this replay because it is a good showcase of why it's important to have a lot of units, and it also very cleanly shows how the list works. In a normal game, your opponent will have more than 3 units, and that's where the chaos of Hydra comes in when you're playing this list. You can see from my deployment that I'm putting my Spearmen in the list at most exposed position, screening my crossbowmen as best as I can, the Riders and the Chariot as well. And they are very important for this list to work. We don't want to lose them round 1. Okay, so I'm putting my Spearmen in a position where they will not end up getting reached by the goblins in front, and also where they cannot be side charged by the Hard Rider. So, the ballista fails spectacularly. I move my Darkborn Riders forward to take some pot shots at the Boar Riders, and also to protect the center of my forces from the next turn. Opponent passes his turn because he has less units, so I take my crossbowman forward. I do not use Hex quite yet, saving it for next round, thinking I'll probably get more use out of it. And they still managed to pick off one Hogman. Now my opponent moves forward, wanting to charge my crossbowmen, which makes a lot of sense. But unfortunately for him, I have a Chariot there. I can just block him, so he has to play the Chariot instead. And get some more shots. The only thing you can charge with his Hard Riders on the left is the Chariot, and the Chariot is, of course, going to run. He has ended up right in front of my crossbowmen, and without any cover, a prime target for a Hex and shoot. Point blank, 3+ shots, and he loses 2 more of his elite Hog Riders. Move my Spearmen forward to block the Goblin Mob from side charging the crossbowmen, and to set up for another fleet. The Boltthrower puts in some work. And the Riders get off some shots, move into position for flank. In the charge phase, I am confident that my crossbowmen will win the fights against the hog riders on the left, and that my chariot will be able to get into position to flag them up in the middle. Now his orc commander does have a potion of power, so I am thinking that the priestess is gonna die, but I still think it is a good trade. After all, she did use 2 overhexes. You see it, the power of skill 4, power 6 attacks. Now most games your opponent will run more than 3 units, and then it becomes quite chaotic. That is when it becomes important to use that elven nimbleness and discipline for all it's worth. And remember, in the end, the winner is the one with the most points at the end of 7 rounds, not the most kills. I hope this helped. Let me know how it works for you. I'll put the full list in comments below. And if you want me to make more guides like this, comment below and see what I can do.